Hi everybody, my name is Naomi and I work with Saddlebook, and today in this video I'll be showing you our newest feature, Combined Draws. Let's get to it. Okay, so in this video I'll be showing you how to use our newest feature, Combined Draws. Just to point out a few things before we get into it, the Combined Draw will show up on your production page with your list of classes. However, it is not an additional class, and it will not show up on the entry form. It is simply the runs from whichever classes you've set in the Combined Draw in a single draw. So again, it's not a class, it is simply a draw. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so I have my event and my classes all set up. I have my futurity and then my open that can ride or carry from the futurity. I have my youth class that can also ride or carry from the open. And then I have my senior side pot. So I'd like to go ahead and set up a combined draw for my open and my youth. And you'll notice that we already have some entries in here. There are 12 entries in the open that are runs and another 7 in the youth that are runs. And those are what will be included in the combined draw. So to set up my combined draw, I'll tap on my event drop-down menu and new combined draw. And then I'll get a pop-up, and there's a couple of explanations here at the top of the page that just explain a combined draw, so please take the time to read those. And the next item that I have is the code, and this is what will put it in order on my production page with my classes. So even though this isn't a class, you'll still provide a code and it will still display on your production page. So I'm going to go ahead and give this the code 350, which is just going to put it underneath my youth class. And next I get to select the classes that I'd like to be included in the combined draw. Notice that the futurity class is here, but it's grayed out, and this is because the draw has already been assigned for the futurity, so it can no longer be included in a combined draw. I'm going to tap the boxes next to the open and the youth because those are the classes I'd like in my combined draw. And then if I scroll down a little bit more, I'll just see some settings that are specific to draws. Can change the drag and the big drag interval, for instance, here. And I'm ready, so I'm going to go ahead and create my combined draw. Once I do that, I'll see that 350 combined draw now shows up under my classes 200 and 300, my open and my youth. And just looking at the detail here for the combined draw, I'll see that there's 25 total entries for the youth and the open, and 19 of those are going to be drawn. If I look at the youth and the open class, notice that the entries under the drawn column are no longer active, and this is because I can no longer set a draw for the open or the youth separately. It must be done through the combined draw. So to set the draw for the combined draw, I'll go to the gear on this class and draw, and this will take me to my draw page. All of this should look the same to you, except now you'll also see the class code displayed for the class that the rider and the horse are entered in. You'll also see that I had draw preferences that are set. So depending on the draw preference that the rider chose is where they'll be grouped. And to go ahead and assign the draw, you'll just unlock this page. And you can either draw a group at a time. If you do that, they'll be shuffled in a random order for that group. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the early. And you can also draw multiple groups.
and you can do part of a group at a time. So let's say that I still had my early in here. I could do part of my early or all of my early and part of my no preference. But right now I just have all my light, all my no preference, and I'd like to draw them all at once. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then you can still make your swaps as usual. And once you're happy with your draw, you can go ahead and publish. If you have notifications set up for your organization, once you publish, then your writers will receive text notifications with their draw numbers. I'm going to go ahead and publish these. And now if we go back to our production page, I'll see that my combined draw, all 19 have been published. And to do scoring, you'll just go to the gear on the combined draw and record times. And this will take you to your record times page. This should also all still look the same, except for now the class code is displayed. Just letting you know which class they came from. This page is also now paginated. But if you'd like to view all pages at once, just tap on all pages. Now, if we go to our reports and draws, we can filter to the combined draw, which will just show us all of the entries in the combined draw and their draws, as well as which class they're coming from. And this is what you can print out for your announcer. So if you were to do Command P or Control P on your keyboard, it'll pull up a nice PDF, and you'll have a space to handwrite in your times as you need, and you can go ahead and print that. Now, if you were to go to the open class, draws have been assigned, but notice that no draw numbers are displayed here, and that's just to avoid any confusion. If you'd like to see the draw numbers, you'll see this message up here. It says drawn with class 350, combined draw 200 and 300. So if you were to tap on this, it's just going to take you back to your combined draw where you can review your draw numbers. Now if we go back to our production page, if you need to, you can still access the record times from the classes specifically. And notice if you do that, it does not display any draw numbers. Again, that's just to avoid any confusion. You can, however, go directly to your combined draw by tapping on the link above, and it will take you directly there.
Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more helpful videos.